This is Inequalities by Gina, Grace, and Joey. First, we'll be teaching you about the one-step inequality. The one-step inequality in this slide is x divided by 3 is less than or equal or no less than -4. So how you write it is first you would multiply each side by 3. And that should give you -12. So you would have x is less than -12. Since this is not an equal to problem, you would have an open circle around the 12, and you'd have the arrow going to the left to make an arrow sign with that. So this is two-step inequalities. For this problem, first so what you have to do is you have to add 8 on each side.
I'm not doing multi-step. I type big. I just barely have.
So that would give you 15. So then you'd have -3x is less than or equal to 15. So then you would have to divide by -3. And that would give you a x is less than or equal to -5.
Oh my god.
This is our graph, and since this one is an equal to problem, you would have to do a closed circle on -5 and have the arrow going to the left.
Okay, so this is our multi-step inequality. So for this problem, you first distribute the -4, so it would be 6 minus 24, and then -4 over to 7 would be -28, and that would be greater than or equal to 122. First, you have to add like terms, so you would add you would subtract 6 minus 28, and that would be -22 minus 24 is greater than or equal to 122. Now you have to add 22 to both sides, so you would do plus 22 plus 22, and that would give you -24n is greater than or equal to 144. Now you just have to divide each side by -24, so you divide -24 and -24. This would cancel, and n would be greater than or equal to -6. But since you divided by -24, not +24, you would flip the sign to be 9, n is less than or equal to -6. So this is our line graph at the top right corner, and so since this is a less than or equal to problem inequality, you would put a closed circle on -6 and move the line to the left. So this word problem is, you must be at least 48 inches to ride an amusement park ride. You are 39 inches tall. How much do you need to grow? So the purpose of this problem is to find out how much you need to grow. And then our variable we will use is g to equal the height to grow. For this, to write this inequality, we know that we're 39 inches tall, so we would write 39, and then plus something, plus the height you grow, has to be greater than or equal to at least 48. So that would be our inequality. And then now we have to solve it, so we would minus 39 from both sides. And we would get g is greater than or equal to 9. So you would have to grow 9 inches. So for this number line, you would have to put a closed circle on 9 and move it to the right.
And
Okay,
these
so
are
these are two practice problems, so you might want to come back to it after you finish solving it by yourself. Okay, so this is what your problem should look like. It would be negative 138 is greater than or equal to negative 36b plus 42. Okay, so when you solve it, you would minus 42 from both sides. And you would get negative 180 is greater than or equal to negative 36b.
Ooh, that was
Then
hilarious.
divide each side by negative 36. And you would get 5 is less than or equal to b because you would have to switch that sign.
And then you want to draw a closed circle over the 5 pointing to the left.
Okay, so for this problem, your inequality should look like negative 5x is less than or equal to 30. And to solve it, you would divide each side by negative 5. And you would get x is greater than or equal to negative 6, because you have to switch the sign.
You want to draw a closed circle over the negative 6 pointing to the right.
And this is the end of our video.